Hi, I'm Deacon Nick. What I'd like to do today is to continue on Benedict's degrees of humility. And today I'd like to take the third and the fourth. Today, the first part, which is the third degree, is learning to take directions. Direction takes us through the woods the first time, so that we can go through the woods on our own thereafter. That's what direction is all about. That's the role of a parent, to direct you and to guide you. We all need a mentor to show us the way. A child doesn't know all these things. It has to be taught. And who teaches? Those who know. So direction is very important, and Benedict tells us that even in our spiritual life, we have to follow spiritual directions. The parent will be the first one to bring us through the woods. And we're grateful for that. We go through the woods, we learn it, and we can go through on our own. But as we mature, we cannot have someone holding our hands for the rest of our life walking through this woods. We must do it alone. Spiritual adulthood is the ability to finally negotiate on our own. That's maturity, spiritual maturity. And at the same time, it's allowing ourselves to give up power to gain power. Growing up depends on learning from others and depending on humility. Always remembering humility, the giving up of your power to acquire someone else's power. The third degree of humility saves us actually from ourselves. And the fourth degree of humility saves us from our pampered self. When we pamper ourselves, we set ourselves up to fail. We set ourselves up to fail every time we think that we know it all and there's nothing else for us to learn. Humility lies in learning to listen to the words, listening to direction, and listening to the insights of those around us. Those voices are the voice of God speaking to us in the here and now. To stubbornly resist the challenges of people's help, the stubbornness, the ones who they think they know it all, refuse to listen to the direction. But the thing is this: there are those who are obliged to teach us. Our parents, our employers, our teachers, superiors, directors. To doubt their love and their efforts is a dangerous exercise in arrogance. It's another way of saying, what do they know? I know it all. 12th degree of humility cautions us to hold on, not to give up, and just keep trying and trying until finally we learn the lesson of the moment. Without humility, we will continue to cling to our own ways. You will be at the status quo for all your life, never achieving anything, especially spirituality. Benedict tells us that in spite of the hardships, we must persevere and we must endure. When will the violence stop? Only when we realize that God is in our humanity and that it takes humility to find God in places where you would least expect him. My dear brothers and sisters, Saint Benedict realized this and knew this more than 1,500 years ago. Raw power cannot prevail. It may appear as though it can. And I recall the words of the rabbi. Ambition is bondage. My brothers and sisters, if you wish to experience a full life, seek humility. I ask you to pray. Pray the prayer that Benedict taught us in the other sessions. Oh God, you are my God, for you I long throughout this day. Be fearful of God. With those two elements, you will lead a holy life, or at least the foundation will be laid for a holy life, where you have holy fear and the constant asking for the fullness of God in this day. I thank you for listening. I ask for your prayers and know that I pray for you.